Good morning, everybody. Today we have a very early start. It's currently 4:45 in the morning, as you can probably see around my eyes. We just woke up, but we have very big plans today. We're going to climb the rock Pidorangala. Let's do this.
So guys, we just, after a very eventful climb, we made it up here to Pidorangala. It's currently 5:39 in the morning. Sun is due to rise around 5:59. So luckily enough, we arrived 20 minutes, perfect timing, just before the sun rises over beautiful Sri Lanka. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's so beautiful. Unfortunately, we couldn't film on the way up because it was just too dark, but we can film on the way back down, so you kind of see what we went through in the darkness. But yeah, this is just stunning.
It was a very eventful way to start the day, let me tell you that, guys. The climb was insane, squeezing through tall little squeezes, climbing walls that were literally like almost vertical, and we also saw like a lying statue as well, which we will show you, so make sure that you watch this video all the way to the end because there's plenty happening. We're also going to show you guys a little bit around Sigiriya as well, and more of an insight into our accommodation too. But guys, this is the view right now. Absolutely mind-blowing. You can see coverings there off in the distance. The fog is crazy, yeah. But yeah, we have around 15 minutes more until the sun rises. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh my god, you guys, we're so grateful that we made the decision to come up here today. And as you can see, there are some people here. Over there is Luke with our two Polish friends. Anyway, there are several people out here celebrating sunrise, which I think is so great. If you can kind of take a minute out of your day and just be grateful for a new day to start. I think that is so special and important.
Okay guys, so absolutely stunning view here over the other rock. There's two rocks here in Sigiriya, one being Pidorangala, which is what I'm currently standing on right now, and then the other one over there is Lions Rock. Now keep in mind guys, Lions Rock is going to cost you, from what we've been told, around $30 per person to climb this Pidorangala rock and get the amazing sunrise and sunset. It's only 1,000 rupees, which comes out to roughly around $3 or €3. This is a view that Naomi and me will never be forgetting. It's absolutely out of this world. It's really funny, we spotted some monkeys kind of scaling around the edges of the rock as well. They had the same idea as us. They wanted to come up and then greet the sun for the day. There was loads of monkeys, a couple of dogs, and a couple of other people as well. Guys, this view is absolutely out of this world, and it's something that I'm never gonna forget for sure. Look at it.
Will you look at that?
Oh, will you look at that?
What a place to try your first Elephant House EGB.
Very first one, guys. We got plenty of comments recommending us to try out Elephant House ginger beer. They said
Sponsored.
not sponsored at all. Do not try the lion one, they said, because it's not made from real ginger. Apparently the EGB one is the one that you have to try out. So, Prost. I'm not sure how to say cheers in Sinhala or Tamil, but let us know down in the comments if you do know how to say cheers in Sinhala. But for now, the very first sip of an EGB here on Pidarangala Rock in Sigiriya. Oh, that is unique. Heavy hit of ginger. I myself actually, I do like ginger beer. The last time I had one though, I think I was in America, which would have been around 2019. So it's a great way to wake up. I think it's like 6 o'clock in the morning and we're having a ginger beer. Non-alcoholic, of course, which is great. I definitely wouldn't be drinking alcohol at this time in the morning, but a ginger beer, that's all right. Do you want to try it?
Yes. Wow. The ginger kicks in after.
Yeah.
First you have kind of the taste of like sweet and nice and whatever, and then you swallow it and then you get the ginger like in the back of your throat. Basically, it's really nice. 10 out of 10. Can recommend. EGB.
Especially with the view, guys. Cheers to all of you that are watching, and cheers to Sri Lanka. And cheers to you as well.
We're slowly starting the descent now, and it's really funny because obviously we walked up in the dark, so we're not aware of what the path actually looked like. And we climbed this here up in the dark. I did not expect it to look like this. Crazy. So at the top of the rock there's kind of like the last bit, the last 20 meters is basically just climbing, which is why we couldn't film, because we were trying to climb down without dying. But this here is okay to film for us as well. So the entire way you have these kind of rock stairs that are a little bit uneven, so you really have to watch your step if you ever do come up here. But this is so stunning. Check out this nature. Obviously there's monkeys in the forest. You can hear some animals are dropping some stuff, so I believe there are probably monkeys over there on the left. But yeah, this is pretty much what the way looks like, and if you want to come here in the morning to see the sunrise, this is what you would have to walk in the darkness, but as I said before, it is definitely worth it. Okay, you guys, we are back at our homestay, and a big breakfast was expecting us. Check this out. We have hoppers, plain and with eggs, filled toast.
Only black coffee, right?
Only black coffee, yes,
Black
thank
coffee,
you.
yeah, sure.
Fruit, pancakes. These are coconut balls, I believe. Super good.
Absolutely starving. That was such an early morning rise for us. 4:45 a.m. I believe was the starting point of today. And this breakfast, guys, just looks so good, and it's the perfect way for us now to start the day. Breakfast, and we already feel like we've had an entire day already. This woman here is really funny. She's actually walking around with sticks to protect us from monkeys while we have breakfast. It's very interesting.
Employee uniform. Yeah. After that breakfast, we just had a beautiful little nap that was well deserved, I believe. The owner of our accommodation is just coming back there, but I wanted to show you what this camp actually looks like that we're staying in at the moment. Our house is kind of here. This one, by the time you're watching this, we're not going to be here anymore, so please don't come and bother the owner. So this is our house here. It's very beautiful, and you already saw in the last video kind of what the house looks like, or the apartment looks like from the inside. But as you can tell, we're pretty much in the middle of the jungle. It is incredible here.
Alright guys, so now we're going to show you just how deep in the jungle our homestay is, and we're also going to walk through the village area of Sigiriya too. It's kind of a main street that is just beside, obviously, the main attraction, the rocks, Pirangala and the Lion Rock. And this is basically a dirt road in the middle of a jungle that we have to walk through to get to our homestay and also to access Sigiriya itself. And we're going to go into the center. We're going to go to a lovely restaurant that we actually went to for dinner last night. The guy that was in there was absolutely amazing. So we both said to ourselves when we had a conversation with him, he is such a charming character and seems to be really friendly. And the food was very reasonable price-wise and super tasty. We had a chicken kottu there last night and it was amazing. And as I said, super friendly guy. And I think it's a family-run local restaurant too. Sigiriya, obviously, it's a little bit touristic, so the prices around here are going to be a little bit hiked up in the main center area because it's obviously a well-known area. Obviously, with the whole crisis and the whole lack of tourism at the moment, we have not seen that many tourists. There are quite a few though. Germans, of course. Germans are everywhere. And Dutch people as well come here. Dutch, and we met two lovely Polish people here as well that we climbed Pirangala with this morning. But nonetheless, guys, this is our jungle walk that we're currently taking you on. Let's go to the restaurant and enjoy a nice bit of grub and maybe show you guys a little bit of the center area too. So guys, this is the central area. It's not really much going on right now, mostly tuk-tuks. A lot of tuk-tuk drivers are kind of dotted along the road, and they're very aggressive, just so you know. Obviously probably due to the lack of tourists, but tuk-tuk drivers here are pretty crazy. Even the homestay owner said to us, I will never recommend you guys to go with these tuk-tuk drivers because of just how aggressive they are when they approach you. But there is 2 grocery stores on this road. Other than that, there's a whole bunch of restaurants, homestays and stuff like that as well that you can choose to stay at if you so wish. But we're on our way to the restaurant, which is just up this road, and we should reach there now in a sec. First, we have to, as the great Harold Balder says, get out some Federale Reservos.
Federal Reserves.
So guys, the name of this restaurant that we're going to here is called Ken Oli Restaurant. They've got rice and curry, fried rice dishes, plenty of different options, including string hoppers as well. We came back just to see the guy that we met yesterday, so hopefully he is here, and we're gonna go and see if they have space, because right now they seem to be absolutely packed. So guys, unfortunately, or I should say fortunately for Ken Oli Restaurant, it was so busy that it was actually impossible for us to go in and sit down. I wish I could have shown you guys just how lovely the guy was that runs that restaurant, and his family as well. But nonetheless though, they are doing some great business right now. It was literally full with tourists, so that's a very good sign. So we're gonna go to this place called Rocco's. We just decided to go for a little bit of a walk back towards where we're staying, and we found this place that seems to be pretty low-key and chill, so let's go and try out Rocco's.
So we came into Rocco's, and it seems like it's very much catered towards tourists. Actually, after sitting down and getting the menu, we realized that the prices here are in US dollars, which is, I think, the first time we saw that yet in Sri Lanka. I believe it was the first time. No? Yeah. And it's also a little bit more expensive than Ken Oli was yesterday evening for us. So it's about 30%, I believe, more expensive. But we're going to keep an open mind and try it regardless.
Alright guys, so both of us are absolutely starving. It is quite a hot day. It actually hasn't rained today, believe it or not. Usually every day, roughly around 1 p.m, just starts raining here. But today we've been very lucky and it's been a beautiful sunny day pretty much all day. I don't want to jinx it, but hopefully that remains the same. This is the food we got, guys. So I basically went for a pineapple juice. They asked if I want sugar in it, but definitely not. There's enough sugar in a pineapple. Naomi got the same.
I'm in love with pineapple juice. I could drink it every day.
What's it like?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Especially because if you order the juices here, usually what they do is they literally just cut up a pineapple and hammer it into a juicer, and that's the end of the story. So it's perfect juice.
Yeah. Food-wise, we went for chicken fried rice, and then we also got a chicken curry with roti as well. They had pizza, they had a couple of other different options, but we, to be honest, are so in love with this Sri Lankan food that all we do is order Sri Lankan style food everywhere we go, even if it is a touristy type of a restaurant. They were trying to sell us margarita pizzas or whatever. Hell no, this is what we're looking for.
Let's give the chicken fried rice a first try. Oh yeah, not spicy enough.
It's not spicy enough. It's probably because it's catered for tourists here.
You can really see that it's catered towards tourists because we got cutlery as well.
Yeah, true.
So, but this is very nice. It tastes like your chicken fried rice that you would get in Germany, for example, or in Ireland.
Yep.
It doesn't taste like Sri Lankan chicken fried rice though.
Yeah.
Not spicy enough.
And how about the roti and the curry?
Oh, the roti is hot.
It's hot. That's a good sign,
Hot,
at least.
hot. How do you go about this? Just kind of dip it in, or
Yeah, I think
spoon
just
it, or
pretty much scoop some out onto the roti, and there you go. Nice.
very nice, very very mild. It's the first time in Sri Lanka that I was not like, oh, spicy. It's very nice.
Mild flavors.
Definitely prepared for tourists. It's super tasty. But as we said, it's a touristy restaurant, so manage your expectations. I believe if I was you and I would come to Sigiriya, I would probably go to the cannoli place.
Yeah, for sure. The cannoli place, they ask you as well just how much spice you want, but nonetheless, guys, we're going to enjoy this meal and then we're going to go for a quick walk back through the center. We have a couple more things to get and then we'll head back home. Guys, that food was pretty bland and very expensive for this area. I just want to say we're not talking bad about this restaurant in particular. Please do yourself a favor. If you come here, go there and check it out and experience for yourself. I'm just saying, if you've been in Sri Lanka for more than maybe 2 or 3 days, you will see that that place is a lot more expensive, and I mean a lot more than even the place just 30 seconds down the road called Cannoli, which is where we wanted to go. We paid quite literally around 30-35% less. I'd say actually closer to 40% less in that place. Cannoli, and they also gave us much larger portion sizes. The guy was much friendlier. It's very obvious that that restaurant was just there for people like us tourists, because there was 2 Dutch tourists that were already sitting there. I think they were eating pizza or something like that. But if you are traveling Asia and you come somewhere that has pizza listed on the menu, what do you expect?
Just to give you a little bit of an understanding of what we paid in total 3,700 rupees. There for 2 portions, well, 1 portion of curry roti and 1 portion of chicken fried rice and 2 pineapple juices, but the portion sizes were obviously a lot smaller. Usually where we kind of are going towards just ordering 1 portion of something, and it usually is enough for the 2 of us, but we actually finished the food for the very first time. So it is quite a bit more expensive, but the food was good regardless.
Yeah, for sure. But guys, we're going to explore just a little bit more before we head back to our place. This is kind of the main street area once again that we are on, and it's where all of the main grocery stores are. So we're going to pop into the grocery store just for a sec and then we'll head back to our place.
The cat just went shopping there as well.
Now guys, just in case you're wondering where the homestay is that we are actually staying at here in Sigiriya, it's called Sigiri Rockside Homestay. And it is basically very, very close to the Lions Rock of Sigiriya. Just down this jungle road here. And this jungle road is a very eventful road at night time.
Yes, during the day it's beautiful, but at night it gets quite scary. And our host actually said that when it gets dark, it's better to call him and let him pick you up, because there might be wild elephants in the area. So yeah, it's a very, very beautiful area that we're in, but obviously beautiful always comes with consequences as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's super interesting. It's a very unique experience for us as well, because we're always very sketched out, because we were in one of our previous videos, we were exploring Mihintale near Anuradhapura, and there was a guy from the Sri Lankan military that was carrying food for some monks because they were helping out there, and he was carrying a meal up towards where the monks were, and a whole load of monkeys just decided to attack him and try and take his food. But luckily locals here are very much used to that, especially around these parts. And since then I am constantly saying to Naomi, I'm like, if we are going out for food, we're gonna sit in the restaurant instead of carrying a chicken curry or something like that through this. We see monkeys here pretty much every day. There's monkeys climbing on the roof of our homestay, which doesn't bother us at all really. It's actually kind of just nice. But obviously if you do have food around you, be careful, because they're cheeky sometimes and they like to try and test humans and see if you're gonna feed them or not.
Cheeky bastards.
Cheeky bastards. Yeah guys, this is the little jungle walk on our way back to our homestay. Sigiriya. It's an absolutely gorgeous place. So many different things that you can see and do here. Obviously the main two being Pidurangala and the Lions Rock. We're also very close to a place called Dambulla. Now, I'm not sure if we'll go there. Maybe, maybe not. If you know where we're going actually, some of you might not. If you know us, you know. Drop it down in the comments as always. Try and guess where we're going to next. I'll give you a hint. It's south. We're slowly sort of navigating our way south. But nonetheless, beautiful sounds of nature.